I'm going to demonstrate a smart way of canceling invoices automatically when a sale order is canceled, but not allowing the cancellation when there's an exception, such as there's a payment applied to one or more of the invoices that are associated with the sale order. In that case, you probably want to make sure that the payment is applied to that invoice is either refunded to the customer or the salesperson at least is aware that it's being left as a credit on account and is adding a note for that. So we have a way to make sure that all occurs while still in most cases just giving that quick workflow of I cancel the sale order and the invoice cancels with it. And already it'll do is canceling the delivery order if the delivery order is just in draft status. So it's really slick and let's get into it. First, how is this done? Well, we just actually, in this case, put it into an Odoo automation. We didn't even build it into a module. However, if you're looking for something like this, we could put it into a module. We would want to include some of the other customizations that we've done on this particular account to go along with it, which you'll see, such as the view through for the invoices and the delivery orders from the sale order. I'm just going to show you quickly what the automation looks like. So we're going to make sure we're in debug mode here first. And then we'll jump over to our automations, Control K, / automation rules. The one we're looking for is this last one. And it's really simple. When the sales order state is set to canceled, and there are no filters here for the domain. And then we're just executing some Python code. Now, the other part that I was referring to, if we just jump back into a sale order, that makes it a little bit easier. I'll just use Marvin here. We'll sell Marvin something. And we'll confirm. So here is the view through of the delivery orders. And then as well, if we have invoices, just create an invoice here. We have a view through of the invoices here as well. The number will appear once that invoice is confirmed. And you can see the statuses of things and such right from the sale order here. So if you put all of this together, along with some other little quick automations up here, it makes the sales process from here sort of like a POS experience, but this would be more for your department that are running quotes, or maybe it's somebody who is in sales and also managing the e-commerce portion of your business, and they're using this sales view and not the POS. This is altogether pretty slick, but right now we're only talking about just canceling the invoices automatically. A very simple little piece of this. Okay, so first go wherever. I'm going into sales, and I'm going to make sure we can see the sales team field here, right there. So the reason I'm turning this on is this way we can see if it's an Amazon order right in the list. So the first thing I'm going to do is find an Amazon order, which I see these are probably ones that Monty's been testing. So this one, for example, didn't mean to tick it up. I meant to open it. So this is what an Amazon order normally looks like. It comes in, it's posted, fulfilled by merchant, and it's locked. And then the invoice will be posted, but the payment isn't noted on it. And when it gets canceled, normally the sales order would cancel, the delivery cancels, but the invoice does not. So now it would be the same. I have to unlock it first, but it would be the same if it was canceled from Amazon. If we cancel the sales order, we're going to see this happen. So Dale Woolwicks, blah, blah, blah. We can just discard that part. There's no email address, of course, and we're just going to cancel it. So there we go. Our order is canceled, and you can see it also canceled the invoice. Now, there's stipulation in here that I'm going to show you in a minute, but this canceled, no problem. There's nothing else to do. Now I want to show you an internal one with some things that can come up. So what if there's a payment against an invoice? In that case, you wouldn't want to cancel the sale order because then you've got an invoice sitting there with a payment that's applied to it and the canceled sale order, and then just records aren't really matching up. And sales guys and you and anybody, really you're looking at the sale orders because that tells you all about everything. It tells you about the invoices and the billing and the deliveries all from one record. So let's find one here that has more than one item, which this does. and this isn't even confirmed yet. This is perfect. So I'm going to confirm this order. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an invoice so that it's invoiced. But I'm going to make sure that there's multiple invoices in here. So I'm going to remove that one and confirm it. Then I'm going to go back, and there's one item left to invoice now. It's top one because I removed it. So we'll create another invoice. Okay. And this one we're going to confirm and we're going to pay it. It'll be Visa. Now we have this situation on this sale order. There are two invoices. One of them is paid. So if we cancel this and we canceled the invoices, what you would have is you would have two canceled invoices, a canceled delivery to match your canceled sale order, but there would be a payment on this customer's account applied to nothing. And that wouldn't normally make sense. It would be harder to find, so you wouldn't notice it from the sale order or even from the invoice. You'd only notice it from the customer's account. And that's just not ideal. So what you would want to do in this case is first go to this paid invoice and then either refund or unreconcile this payment if you're just leaving it on the customer's account. But whatever's going on, the salesperson's in control and is aware of what's happening. That's what should happen if there's a payment on an invoice. So this is what we did. If we cancel this sale order, watch what happens to this paid invoice and this not paid invoice. And one other thing, salesperson on here is Carter. So we're going to make the salesperson P plus admin. And just notice that there are no activities currently. Now we're going to cancel this sale order. So it has canceled the invoice that had no payment applied. However, the other one is still left here. And just in case somebody misses it, notice that there is an activity added. And this activity has been assigned to the salesperson on this order, which in this case is P plus admin. So if we take a look at the chatter, here is the activity that's created. So it's an exception activity. So you get that little warning symbol. And it says there is an active invoice on a canceled sale order. This sale order was canceled while it had a paid or returned invoice. So the invoice and any associated payment was not changed. Action. Make manual changes to the invoices and payments if required. So if there's nothing to be done because they're just leaving that invoice there, which is probably not right, most likely either they're going to do a refund, and they should have already, or they're just leaving the amount on account, but this invoice should be canceled. So in that case, they would just unreconcile the payment from the invoice, close this. You could just cancel it too, actually. Whoops, I don't know why I closed it. You could just cancel it, and canceling it would also unreconcile it. So I suppose there was really only one step. You'd have to reset the draft and then cancel. And now you got two canceled invoices, and that amount is now left on account. And the salesperson can just mark this done and put a note that something like that. And then they would click done. There you go. Now it's done. You've got good notes. Everything is well documented. Now that part where I was talking about sales team, that's just a way for you to know whether it was Amazon or internal. We were going to treat things differently depending whether it was Amazon or internal, but then we realized that actually it's better to just always keep it exactly the same way. But if it's Amazon, the only difference is the invoice will not be canceled if there's a payment applied. Otherwise, it will now cancel the invoice and no activity will be made. And that activity, by the way, should no longer be there. So if I refresh, it should go away. All right, there you go. It seems to work great.